Welcome to the shop. I'm Jared and this is the Questionable Garage. And sitting right next to me is our project called Project Roadblock because, well, it's just really been its entire life. Every step of the way, it has fought us. We found it sitting in a warehouse, forgotten in a corner in a non-running state. It was a former movie car from the movie Need for Speed and potentially was the car that crashed the stunt Bugatti, the car that B is for Build ended up buying and turning into the mid-engine Corvette. After that, I went through a lot of processes of buying other cars and lots of parts from different cars and ended up with an awesome running four-door Charger, which we raced on an airstrip, we used in a car trek filming, and it was just a fun running car. It was just, you know, there's something about the 5.7 liter four-door Chargers. They're just fun hooning cars. It's, well, they're known for it. But shortly after getting it running and just driving and having fun, on a nice calm day, a tree decided to fall on the back of it. And that was a major factor with us getting with Smith Kit Cars and getting a Ute conversion to just eliminate all that crushed metal. Speaking of factor, today's partner, Factor 75, has got an offer for you. Now, we have worked with Factor 75 before, and I'm excited to keep working with them. In a workshop, I have a lot of tools, and Factor fits in as a tool that's perfect. I know I've always got fresh, ready to heat and eat meals.
Jared.
What?
I gotta tell him.
Tell who?
Everyone. I love Factor!
What is Factor? Well, Factor makes meeting your nutrition goals easier than ever by delivering dietitian approved, fresh, never frozen, ready to heat and eat meals right to your doorstep. You feel better?
Much better, thank you.
Okay. I am trying to trim down a little bit because the easiest way to go faster in a race car is shedding weight. I have a little bit to shed. Michael does not help my image at all. And with their calorie smart meal options, I'm able to get dietitian approved with all of the fittings and nutrients and goodness that I need. I'll get through this.
It's the cold weather, man. It's got you binded up.
Nah, my brain just doesn't work. And with Factor's calorie smart option, I'm able to get gourmet chef. And with the calorie smart option, I'm able to we're gonna go through all 6 of these just for me to finish the take.
I'm fine with that. I'll eat all of them. I will eat all Factors.
And with their calorie smart option, I'm able to pick from a selection of meals with less than 550 calories. Holy cow, I got it right.
You did it.
Along with the option of trying to be healthy, they have a huge selection of meals depending on your lifestyle. Vegan, veggie, protein-packed, keto, whatever you're trying to accomplish with your meal goals, they've got a solution for you. Factor's easy. Just take it out of the container, poke some vent holes, and throw it in the microwave for 2 minutes. Factor is also incredibly affordable when you look at your alternatives. When I'm sitting here and I open up a food delivery app, I'm gonna spend a lot of money very quickly just to meet their delivery minimums. And 2, it's really easy to click plus, plus, plus and get way too much food delivered and spend way too much money. Also with Factor, there are tons of add-ins. Like one of my favorites are their shakes. They're great to fit in between meal times, help keep you full so you don't eat too much. Here, I like that one. You can have this one. Actually, you know what? You've been nice. You can have strawberry banana.
My favorite too.
Now, if you haven't ordered your first Factor box, you need to hurry up and do it. It is a fantastic tool to have in your life, have in your workshop, have in your home, fridge. Like, they're easy, they're really good. Head on over to factor75.com or click the link in the description below and use discount code questionable50, half off your first Factor box. You want me to go ahead and open it for you so you can order?
Yeah.
Back to the video. All right, so let's address the fact that the car does look very different from when it was on Roadkill Nights and Hot Rod Garage and all the other really cool fun things. Mo Party, you know, the whole bedside's gone off of it. It's something where we addressed a little bit when we were pulling it apart to see just how badly damaged the car was. And to be honest, it's been sitting. I've gotten the replacement part in, but I've been really bummed on this car because it's awesome. Like, there is no other Hellcat powered manual transmission Charger Ute in the world. This is the one, and I built it and I loved it. and it got hit. Now, in the videos, we discussed the damage being caused by a hit and run. Unfortunately, because of some of the nature around it, some inspections needed to be conducted by a professional. When multiple vehicles are involved, your insurance might have a claim brought against it. And something I am just really astronomically bummed about is I was told and explained one thing, but the opinion of several experts, because I didn't believe the first one and I had two others look at it, their opinion is I wasn't quite given the entire truth of the story, and it most likely had an impact with a wall, which, you know, sometimes honesty really should be what you do. Cars can be fixed, but sometimes you burn a lot of bridges. I don't know. I want to believe a friend, but you have circumstantial evidence, you have physical evidence, and then you have the story, and unfortunately, there's not much to support the story. But we're not going to worry about that anymore because we have parts to fix it, and I have a friend here to help fix it.
We're gonna die.
Hi, Michael.
Hey.
We didn't die, did we?
You're right. We didn't die. I should have put a little more faith in you and your abilities to drive with, you know, no brakes, no steering.
A questionable fuel pump. So,
Yeah.
So if you don't know exactly what we're referencing, Michael is an instructor. One, you're just a drifter on your own, but you come out and help Taylor Hull at Drift University. And I was there with the Car Trek BMW in a very sad state. And
It started great.
yeah, but by lap 2, I lost power steering again, and it caught fire. And that's the thing
You
drift cars
fit
do.
right in with everybody else. I mean, every drifter has that same story, so it's everyone initiating themselves into drifting is what it was. So it's part of it.
You have to be on fire at least once and just say, you know what,
Once,
screw it.
twice, 3 times.
I'm going to do my best and have a fun day.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm glad we made it through that.
Yeah, so now that you're here, we were going to make a joke that Holley sent him because he's in his Holley swag. Welcome to the Holley family. Your day job is body repair.
Yes.
And I'm asking you not to do it right, because when we did the poll of when I took it apart, we basically had 3 options. Give up on the project, take the parts and put it in something else. 2, tear it completely down, do a whole new inner wheel structure and everything. Or
Which is what I like.
Right, but ultimately, its only job is to hold on a bedside.
Correct.
We want to start driving. You want to ride. You haven't had a chance to ride in the car.
I have not.
And this, even over Earl, this is probably your favorite car in my fleet.
It is. I don't know why. It makes no sense why this is my favorite out of all of yours. It should be the Mark III, but this is everything I'm about. It makes no sense.
It's loud, rowdy, fun. It will burn tires for days. If you want it to, it can handle fairly well. And we can go get a new refrigerator.
Absolutely. And if you come to the drift school, we'll teach you how to drive it. You know, but it appears that it's got a little damage to it, but that's why I'm here, since you hooked me up and got Edna on the road with the engine from the SC300. I told you, let me know when you need help with something. I'll be here. And yeah, you must be out of people to call if you call me. No, I'm kidding. I'm okay at this.
What are we trying to address today?
It's a little worse than I thought. He sent me some pictures and I was like, okay, no big deal. So now that I'm here, it's pretty bad. So this is outer wheelhouse is in a lot. Back here is a few inches is how far it is in. It's supposed to be about right here. So what we're gonna do is start up here and pull this back where it needs to be. We're gonna clamp and pull this out.
That bit there.
So once the pressure is off, we're just gonna have to hammer all this out. That's about all we can do.
Right.
It'll be good. We want this to just seal up the bedside to not let any water, trash get into the rockers and cause corrosion issues or rust. And just for personal sakes, I'll know and Jared will know, and I guess a few thousand people that watch this will also know. So
hopefully a few more than just a couple thousand. This has been expensive lately. I've had a string of expenses
right
from a source.
Yes.
If this was a normal vehicle with a normal quarter panel, we would be pulling all the panels off, putting in wheel tubs, and fixing it correctly. But the design of the Smith kit is it kind of turns the car into the skateboard, and the bed becomes your primary structure in the back, and that section is mostly for mounting a body panel, you know, cosmetic body panels.
Absolutely.
So that's where we're able to get away with this. If this is something you're fixing at home and you're not a Ute conversion, you really need to pull it and then replace it to do it proper, but we can get away with it.
And I think it's another reason I like this thing. It's not an absolutely perfect show car, so you don't feel bad about hopping in. I don't feel like I need to take my shoes off before we get in, you know? We can go have some fun with it, and I think we can get it close enough to where everything's sealed up, it still has structure in it, it's still a properly done repair. It's just, you know, it's not gonna be perfect.
We're gonna get this pulled out and the panel mounted. That's the goal for today, is basically everything ready to go for me to then do all the body work, the sanding and the painting again.
I'm gonna have to leave some of the dirty work with you.
But that happened to me last time. I did a good job and you guys enjoyed it enough, it actually hit trending. So maybe we can, this is a trendy repair, guys. So
I'm the body guy. I'm here to do the heavy lifting to pull this baby out, because as you can tell, I'm a bigger man than Jared, and I can pull this out, okay?
Well, the perspective is really making it even worse.
I mean, it's like holding a fish up to the camera. You got to get close and make it look bigger, you know?
Oh, wait, here.
Anyways.
Right there.
Yeah, look how small Jared is. I'm the guy to pull this out, okay?
So we're gonna set up some cameras and then we are gonna show you how not to secure your vehicle for structural pulls.
Ooh.
Really, the plan was strapping it to the dually and using the backhoe, but weather says no. So yeah, let's get working. I think if we go through like the multiple spokes of the wheel, as many of the spokes of the wheel as possible.
I think the wheels have proven themselves to be very strong, so. We're anchoring it down so we can pull hard on the outer wheelhouse without the car sliding on the floor, because it is very easy to slide a car.
Ben Pack, don't look at this.
Lift's coming. Multiple use factors here.
But this is not approved. And the reason we're using this is it's anchored very strong to the ground and we're pulling really low. So, and we're not having to apply so much, like there's certain cars that you need to do like 30 tons of pulling pressure. We have a 2-ton strap jack. We're not gonna hurt the steel or anything, but don't do this at home. How proud are you?
Honestly, like, I was debating on whether this was gonna be filmable because of how sketchy it was gonna be, and just hearing all my friends ride me about how dumb I'm being, but
we've got the right pull angle, we're anchored, and if your four-post is not bolted to the ground, I would not do this, but we are bolted to the ground and on strong points, and
I'm gonna walk on this before the day's over.
Let's get the hard work done, so before you break your leg. We're gonna set up and actually start the pull. We put just barely putting some tension on to make sure it would work. We're already getting it to start to move, which is a really good sign.
It's a good sign. With the quarter panel off, it takes a lot of the structural integrity away and allows it to move. We have that side anchored, and I put a jack here just to keep the body from rolling.
From tilting down on the suspension, so
correct.
You're able to control the direction.
Absolutely, and I thought we were gonna have to get in and hammer and help it pull it out, especially with the straps, because the straps are losing a lot of our
force.
Pullable force, I guess, because they're stretching, but it's actually, I mean, just mocking it up, it's already coming out. And do you feel better, Jared?
I do.
I feel better.
Well, I
feel
felt
like
better with just the moment you showed up. You have a lot of positive energy, so.
that was a lot of caffeine, Jared. I didn't sleep last night.
I didn't sleep because I have a puppy and a dog. You didn't sleep because you have a 8-month-old?
She's 10, 11 months old now.
Oh my goodness.
It's going by too fast. And 2 dogs. All in the same bed. It's a big party. When we sleep, we sleep. When we don't, we don't. So
mostly don't. So we are, we'll set up cameras and take you along with us. Ben Pack apparently makes frame machines. This is accessory option TQG. Don't.
Do not do this at home.
The wrong thing, the right way.
Let's see what happens. I'm very hopeful.
I mean, car's moving a little bit. I see an air gap, like the outer skin is no longer completely flat.
It's coming along, Jared.
Really? Because they come along.
Ironic.
Is that irony or is that just a dad joke?
It is a dad joke.
That moved a whole lot there.
It's gonna have some spring back to it, so
Yeah.
we're gonna try to get a little bit further than we need to go. The good news is the ute itself is not rocking or moving, so our anchoring system so far
working. All in all, does appear, well, it's actually already, you can see some movement in the back here.
All right, there's a lot of pressure on it right now, so I'm actually gonna hammer around just a little bit to help it out. It doesn't take a lot. It's basically gonna move like butter with this much pressure on it.
Oh, really? The whole thing's walking its way.
It's like butter.
You're just reminding the metal to go back home.
It does have a memory. Better than mine.
Want me to try a little more tension?
Just try to go one more click. Yeah.
Might have the car moving a little. On this side.
There you go. Yeah.
The whole car just a little bit of like, oh. Moves its way back just a hair.
Yep. Oh yeah, we moved it. Hey. All right, hold it.
Oh yeah, you see the whole section starting to come back.
It wants to go back. This might turn out better than I thought it would.
Well, and we'll just leave the remaining dents and claim it was from when we had to hammer it here for the tunnel.
Oh yeah. All right. Hey.
Oh, it's just the whole thing's coming. Imagine once we pull through here, like it'll come quick.
Oh yeah. It's gonna come.
Do not come. Do not come.
I'm gonna come.
Pull number 3.
Oh, wow, look at it already going.
Oh yeah.
Oh, is it starting to slide? Oh, yep. I was like, it's starting to slide.
Yeah, our angle.
Too extreme. So now we're gonna go straight pulls, which shouldn't be a problem.
One more click. One more, I think it's gonna spring back. Okay. All right, let off that.
Do we want to try to hammer work that a little?
Yeah, let me pull that.
Wow, look how much that actually pulled away too. That has moved a ton. This was
yeah.
totally collapsed on.
It moved a lot.
Like, that is a ton. Like, again, this was crunched. A viewer from, I think it's Sweden. I need to send them some shirts. I feel bad I haven't done it yet. But I also just launched the new merch, Bunker branding.
Okay.
Questionable Garage, we got some cool stuff. Stickers.
swag. You got
I mean, you only get it if you buy it, unfortunately. So it's not stuff we all get. It's swab. Stuff we all buy.
This is working. Dude, this thing just wants to go back right where it was. It's cooperating. Good ute. That's a ute. Oh yeah.
Oh man, yeah, that's coming back pretty good.
So much better. So much better.
Like I had faith in the car coming back. I knew it was going to take a bit. I just needed some positive reinforcement. And
Yeah.
like it's one of those things where I could get through it, but having a friend to soften the blow of having to do it all again, and two, that friend happening to be slightly more experienced with bodywork instead of me just blindly hammering.
And I'm not super experienced compared to some of these cats out there, these old school guys that really, really know what they're doing, do this with their eyes closed. This is just cosmetic. This is where we need to be, and that's the main thing.
Yeah, just a little bit of like flattening, a little tiny dolly work maybe.
Yeah, we just need to dolly that out, and we're gonna be good. Get the old rivets out, clean up that flange, and give it a nice clean mating surface for the bedside, and
Sand that down.
this is gonna be
Get
a
that
ripper. Roadblock wants to be back. I don't know if I got to tell you what kind of guy I am, but the kind of guy I am is American V8. We can all come together. LS guys, Dodge guys. If it's an American V8, let's all agree, supercharger over turbo.
Why not both?
America's like Burger King. You can have it your way. But
If you're only
Japanese-
going with one, and we're talking,
you have to choose one.
We're going Roots, not Vortec, correct? Nothing against a Vortec supercharger.
I love Vortec, but
The sound, like if right,
the sound of the Roots is pretty
like a
distinctive.
Whipple,
Yeah.
like there's just something about the Banshee death scream from under the hood of your car.
True.
Like there's just, I love turbo. The SC, when I get back together, I love the sound of it.
Absolutely. But that's the thing. If it's a inline six,
The SC
Japanese
has a
engine.
V8. It's LS powered.
So a Japanese inline six, I think we can all agree turbo. But then you have your European BMW inline six. I kind of like those supercharged.
I mean, the short moments you're not in a repair shop. In between your rod bearings.
Yeah, that's why I don't have one of those right now. So I'm gonna do a thick bead here too, just to ensure a good seal.
Since there is a little bit of deflection.
Yeah, we got
Although
it.
not much. Like we did, I mean, considering that was like 4.5 inches out of position.
I mean, this is what I do all day, every day. I was pretty confident.
You pull wheel wells out
I
on
pull-
utes.
Yes, every single day a new ute appears. It's like,
This is the first time a manual's Hellcat powered one, at least, right?
no, every one of them, they all have cop car bars on them. I sure
More
am
importantly-
getting hungry.
Yeah. More importantly, enjoy a nice meal.
That's the reason I came, Jared.
So
You've
you're
seen
saying
the ads.
you coming out
It's time to try.
today factor was a big part of the factor of you making that decision?
That is correct, Jared.
Okay. It was a factor.
It was a huge factor.
Should I just say buy my merch again too? Just so we're like doing all the plugs. If you're in Noonan and need to store a car, Taylor Hole Outlaw Garage.
Yep. Check out Elsie's World YouTube channel.
Oh yeah, I gotta plug that. I'm so sorry. I should have like actually mentioned.
I forgot I had it. I do YouTube stuff too. It's
You also make for the mid
transmission
2000s transmission coolers.
Yes.
For mid 2000s Suburbans and Tahoes.
That is correct. Speaking of which, I need to re-up my stock on those because they're actually
Starting
doing
to sell?
pretty well.
Nice.
The final time.
Yeah. We are
bedside.
actually installing it. Calm down, people. We're actually going to be installing it, 2 clamps, and then start drilling and riveting. It'll be riveting content.
You know what I say about that, Jared?
I don't know what that is.
Shawn Michaels?
Oh, Heartbreak.
That's right.
I mean, you do look like him.
Thank you. I used to have long hair.
All right, it is on. We are going to drill a bunch of holes and rivet. If you really want to see that, I guess we can look at the last time we did it. What do you think?
I'm happy. Dude, for a one-day repair, I am...
Like-
this actually exceeds expectations.
We are 7 hours into it.
And we ate some lunch.
Yeah,
And
eating lunch. We ran to the store for supplies,
watched some Formula Drift.
which is still going. Top 16. Wait. There it is. So, Taylor's in top 16.
Yes.
We'll see how that goes. But let me show you guys. Like this, look at that. Like, man, there's no finish work. We still have, I have to do the body filler, but the not blemish panel fits so nice. It's kind of nice, I guess my friend helped me out by destroying my car, that I got a non-blem panel without the bubbles. But like, the body lines are lining up perfect. Michael keeps telling me to take all the Raptor liner off and block the car and put like really pretty gloss black on it, but that's too nice. So,
It would be great, but look, I just want everyone to know, all this is flush again.
Look at that.
So Jared's not going to have rainwater like a peasant
Coming in.
going into his wheel wells, because you and I will all know what's going on,
Right.
and we know this is
Right.
properly repaired.
The rim, I still have to put the suspension. It's kind of hard to tell. It's in and out like that. Towed out, cambered in, because pickup trucks do that in a grazing incident.
It's bent. I'm really good at eyeball alignments because that is my life.
Yeah, drift life is you just kind of get it together. And I wasn't sure because the sheet metal was so bad, but now that the sheet metal is so good.
You did point that out. You're like, you can really tell the wheel's bent now that there's a straight panel on it. And I agree.
Yeah.
The rear of the wheel is like that. So it's like the main force, as you could tell, was just boom.
Yeah. We're not.
It's fixed
We're
now.
positive.
It's
so
fixed.
I will say this: the Holley Hallebrand wheel,
Oh.
whatever you hit, you took it like a champ. There's some minor
Yeah.
damage to the powder coat. Otherwise, you did well. So,
You can expect that out of a Hallebrand wheel and a Rocket Racing wheel,
also owned by Holley.
also owned by Holley. And I run those, and I do worse to those wheels than what were done to these wheels,
Right.
and they've held up well. Our friends at Holley, our mutual friends at Holley, I love saying that, they're great. And we used the other wheel to anchor the car down, and it was just fun.
As corny as all these product placements are, we're just
We're really
legitimately,
happy.
I am very impressed with the wheel. You saw the amount of damage to the chassis. It is back. It is ready for me to do once it cures. That's why this board is, to keep things flat, to let the body adhesive do its job. It's ready for a couple thousand of hours of sanding from me to get everything right. Next episode on Roadblock, I'm doing the finished body work again. And getting it back with some fresh Raptor liner and looking like our CHP cop car. And then there's one more episode after that where we're actually gonna make the interior nice because it's currently covered in Bang energy drink. Michael, huge thank you for coming out and spending your Saturday before Easter with me.
Absolutely. It's very rewarding for me too. It really is.
Oh yeah,
like
you finish out and boom.
I feel good. I feel good about it, and I owed you one. So
now we're even again,
yeah.
which is always a nice place to be. Other nice places to be is in a workshop, making questionable choices, which you guys should always do. And I appreciate you hanging out with us. And on the spot, Michael.
Just because you don't have brakes and power steering doesn't mean you're gonna die. You can still be here with us today.
Just don't do it on the Pacific Coast Highway because you will probably die there.
Yeah. At Mid-Pond, it's okay.
We'll see ya. Oh wait, guys, go subscribe to Elsa's World. Link down
yeah.
underneath the Factor links. Also, order some Factor.